Listen closely. That sound is not music. It is radio energy. Real plasma waves recorded by the Voyager spacecraft and later studied in detail by the Cassini mission. Charged particles spiraling along magnetic field lines around Saturn, converting invisible radiation into something we can hear. It does not roar. It crackles. It pulses. It whispers through vacuum. For centuries, we called Saturn beautiful. A golden sphere wrapped in perfect rings. Calm, distant, decorative. But Saturn is not peaceful. It is a world governed by tidal violence, internal heat, crushing pressure, and slow destruction. Its elegance hides physics so extreme that entire moons are reshaped by its gravity. The thesis is simple and grounded in data. Saturn survives through controlled chaos. What we see from Earth is only the surface. Through a telescope, Saturn appears smooth, bands of pale yellow clouds, rings stretching nearly 280,000 kilometers across, wide enough to fit 22 Earths side by side. Yet those rings are astonishingly thin. In many regions, they are only about 10 meters thick, a structure broader than a continent, thinner than a building. They look solid. They are not. The rings are a disk of ice and rock fragments, ranging from microscopic grains to house-sized boulders, orbiting at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. Every particle obeys gravity. Every collision redistributes momentum. This is orbital mechanics, made visible. Saturn's gravity dominates the region around it. The Roche limit, the distance within which tidal forces overcome a moon's self-gravity, lies inside the ring system. If a moon crosses that boundary, the difference in gravitational pull between its near side and far side tears it apart. This is not speculation. It is physics. Many researchers now believe Saturn's rings may be the remains of an icy moon, disrupted perhaps 100 to 400 million years ago, surprisingly young on cosmic timescales. That is the first unsettling truth. The rings may be debris from a destroyed world. But the violence does not end there. Saturn rotates once every roughly 10.7 hours. That rapid spin flattens the planet. Its equatorial diameter is about 120,500 kilometers, merely 10 times Earth's. Yet its poles are visibly compressed. It bulges outward at the equator by almost 10%. No solid surface resists this deformation. Saturn is primarily hydrogen and helium, fluid all the way down. Its gravity at the cloud tops is similar to Earth's, about 1.07 g, but that comparison is misleading. Saturn's mass is 95 times greater than Earth's. It simply spreads that mass over a vast volume, making it the least dense planet in the solar system. Its average density is about 0.69 grams per cubic centimeter. In theory, if you had an ocean large enough, Saturn would float. That sounds gentle. It is not. Because beneath the clouds, pressure rises rapidly. There is no surface to land on. Descend through the upper atmosphere and you encounter ammonia clouds. Deeper still, ammonium hydrosulfide. Then water clouds. Pressure climbs from 1 bar to tens, then hundreds, then thousands. Temperatures rise from about minus 178 degrees Celsius at the cloud tops to thousands of degrees deeper within. Eventually, hydrogen itself changes character. Under immense pressure, millions of times Earth's atmospheric pressure, hydrogen transitions into a metallic state. Electrons move freely. It conducts electricity. This metallic hydrogen layer is believed to generate Saturn's magnetic field through a dynamo process, convection of electrically conducting fluid combined with rotation. That magnetic field extends millions of kilometers into space. It traps charged particles, shapes auroras at the poles, and produces the radio emissions we began with. Here is the anomaly. Saturn's magnetic field is almost perfectly aligned with its rotation axis. Most planetary dynamos, including Earth's and Jupiter's, are tilted. Saturn's alignment is so symmetrical that it challenges existing dynamo models. Scientists still debate how the internal flows maintain such precision. This is a real, unresolved mystery. Now look at the North Pole. There spins a six-sided jet stream, the hexagon. First seen by Voyager in the 1980s, then studied in detail by Cassini. It is about 30,000 kilometers wide, large enough to swallow 4 Earths. Wind speeds exceed 300 meters per second. This is not a solid structure. It is a standing wave in a jet stream. Laboratory experiments have reproduced polygonal flows in rotating fluids. When velocity differences form between adjacent bands, stable geometric patterns can emerge. Fluid dynamics, not alien architecture. And yet it persists. Decades of observation show it has remained stable in shape, while drifting in color and intensity. Saturn does not simply spin. It organizes chaos into geometry. To learn what we do know, we sent a machine. Cassini entered Saturn's orbit in 2004. For 13 years it mapped the rings, measured gravity fields, analyzed atmospheric composition. In 2017, low on fuel, and to avoid contaminating potentially habitable moons, NASA directed Cassini into Saturn's atmosphere. During its final orbits, the grand finale, it passed between the rings and the cloud tops, measuring ring mass and atmospheric composition. On September 15, 2017, it transmitted data until atmospheric drag overwhelmed it. It broke apart under heat and pressure. Not dramatized, simply physics. Saturn absorbed the probe. Now, return to that sound. The radio emissions of charged particles spiraling in Saturn's magnetosphere. They are not screams. They are signatures of plasma interacting with magnetic fields. Auroras forming where energy meets atmosphere. Saturn is not a monster. It is a laboratory of gravity, fluid dynamics, and chemical evolution. Beautiful, yes, but its beauty emerges from forces that crush, tear, compress, and reshape worlds. The scariest part is not that Saturn is violent. It is that everything we admire about it, the rings, the storms, the glowing auroras, exists because of that violence. And somewhere in that system of tidal stress and chemical imbalance, in oceans hidden beneath ice, life may find a way to endure. The crackling radio waves continue. Not a scream, a reminder that even the most elegant planet in our sky is built on relentless physics.